LBG, I must say, security is always an issue when you leave your boat in the open ocean unattended. So I kind of like what this guy did. You wrap a chain around your engine and put the boat upside down on the beach, nobody's coming to take it.
Nobody's coming to take it, but I don't know if the Googans are getting it out either. But welcome back, crew, to this episode of Googans of the Week. Googans come in many different shapes and sizes. They don't have just one vessel or one strategy. They get out there and do Googan things no matter what kind of boat they're on. Even those blow boys get out there and find ways to get themselves in trouble. Speaking of the Googans finding ways to get themselves into trouble, I was always told one way to get yourself in trouble is mess with mom. The Googans, you would figure, wouldn't follow that rule, but apparently the Googans are allowed to mess with mom.
Alright, I'm gonna get in. Alright, I'm in, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Tilly.
Ah! Are you kidding me?
The boat ramps are a fun spot, but I'll tell you another one to watch the Googans in action is going to be the old locks, especially once they start filling up and that current's rolling. If they're not hanging on right, things are going wrong. But of course, around the dock's always a good place to watch them as well. They always seem to find their way into the dock. This one reminds me of that old joke. If anybody ever asks how baby jet skis are made, well, you're about to see now exactly how that one happens. I wonder how long it'll take them to figure this one out. The reality is we're going to trim this down a lot, but this crew spends almost 20 minutes trying to get this jet ski off the trailer. As you can see, as we flip through a few, they try many different methods. They try everything from pushing off, powering off, backing the truck up a little further. None of it seems to work. But eventually this crew does get it figured out, but it takes them, as we mentioned, quite a while.
Hey, did you take that video of the whaler? Which one? Oh no, the girls in Boca. That was our partner. Yeah.
This is one of the wildest bridge crashes I've ever seen. This is one of the strongest bridges there must be in the world. Now, of course, sometimes the Googans can't get out on the boat, but they still find a way to have fun on the water. And of course, as you can imagine, even with the boat, sometimes the Googans find a way to have fun before they get to the water.
Sir. Excuse me, sir, you're not in the water. Sir, your motor's not in the water. Oh. my. We're just gonna run her dry. We are gonna run her dry. Ooh. Oh boy.
Now, while our last Googan decided to have a little fun before getting it in the water, here we've got the old Googan Standoff, where we've got two boaters coming in, both wanting to do the exact opposite thing. First, we have the Wellcraft here that is actually already on the dock. Now we're about to see another vessel who's going to try and back down this same dock and decide they want to launch their boat. But it doesn't go as planned, as these two Googans can't quite decide who has the right of way here. But let me know in the comments below who you believe should have this dock. Now, the crew we see on the dock feels like it's theirs because they were the first one on the dock. The guy backing down now feels like this should be his dock because he believes this crew should have went to the courtesy dock and went and got their truck because he's been waiting here forever for a dock to kind of open up. What I really don't understand on this one, though, is the reality, we could have backed the Wellcraft up just a few feet. His boat doesn't draft a lot. We could have launched this. Instead, we're going to have the old Standoff, as we can see going here, and neither one wants to budge. But the reality on this one is both of them really could have pulled this off. Just a little bit of cooperation. My guy could have went and got his truck. His girl could have pulled the bolt back a few feet. He could have launched, and everybody would have been a win-win in this one. Sometimes you got to use the old noggin, but the Googans aren't very good at that.
Hey, there's a fight going down at this first stop.
Now, unfortunately for these crews down here at the dock, we've now had this standoff going for over 30 minutes, meaning what should have taken this cruise just a couple of minutes each, now it's taken them significantly longer. Fortunately, in this situation, down here at this particular ramp, there's always law enforcement here, and they were willing to come down and just kind of finally settle the argument saying, hey, bro, neither one of you are going anywhere. One of you needs to give up and move so the other one can go ahead and get out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to do just that. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button.